I knew that this was going to be special the second that I saw that there was a djembe strapped to the front of that guy's drums. I immediately knew it was going to be something special. Come find out why. Hey everybody, my name is OldSkuleNerd. Check us out on OldSkuleNerd.com. It's got all of our social media posts. The Patreon link for those who want to support the channel. We appreciate every single one of you. The Discord and the merchandise store. Oh, oh no, it's too late. I messed that up. You know who's not going to mess it up? These guys here. Okay, so ARKA'N, ASRAFOKOR. Now, I don't know a lot about this band, other than the fact of what they're doing this for. Now, they're a band from Togo, and this was a video that was suggested to me and requested on the up-and-coming live stream this last Saturday on Twitch. Okay, so on twitch.tv, OldSkuleNerd, every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, United States, or 5 p.m. GMT, we do a live stream on Twitch, and the only requirements are to do a request is that the band has to have less than 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's it. It's just got to be a young band, an up-and-coming band, a small band. It just can't be, you know, it can't be Sabaton or, you know, Megadeth or Metallica. They've got a little bit more than 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So someone said, I want you to do this one, and I think you're going to love it. And I was like, why? And he's like, you'll see. So we started it up, and I immediately fell in love with it. For those who do not know, I love African drumming. This is my baby. This is my djembe. I got her in Ghana, West Africa, in 1996. I've made some changes to it, of course. I took off the original cording that came with it when I got it in Africa and replaced it with a static paracord instead of dynamic cord. This is an African pygmy goat skin versus an antelope skin. And the reason why is because I can get a much higher tone on it. Just one finger. I'm hitting it with just one finger. So that's my baby. She weighs about 28 pounds. She's not a light girl, but it gives a better richness because the rosewood is extremely thick on the inside ring. And I love it for that. I have some agogos. I have a couple of gourd shakers, cloves, brought back a bunch of stuff from Africa. But the thing about it is, for me, I love all cultural folk music as much as I love metal. And drumming is really the first musical instrument. Some caveman idiot hitting a rock against a piece of wood or hitting two sticks together is like the original musical instrument. And then when they found out that they can stretch animal hides over rings and different objects to make kind of a resonance, they were like, resonance! I think drum resonance was as equal a discovery as fire in the wheel. You just don't hear about it as much. But anyway, so let's get into this, okay? This is part of the Overthrust Winter Metal Festival in 2021. Now, for those who do not know, and a lot of you don't, Overthrust is a band from Botswana. They formed in 2008. They're probably one of the biggest metal bands in Africa, okay? And they're OGs. They're considered the godfathers of metal in Africa. And they started off in 2010 with this little festival that they wanted to do in Botswana. And it started off as a regular rock festival in the winter months. Now, for them, when they said winter, it was in May, because they're below the equator, by the way. And they started this festival up. They were bringing in little bands from around Botswana, and it has grown from there. After the first 2 years, they were like, let's make it a charity festival. let's start gathering donations for clothes and food and necessities for young people, children, and needing families. And it's grown from there. I think the first festival in 2010, they had 60 people. They doubled it the next year and then doubled that the following year until now it's a very large festival. Media people, metal media people from around the world will go to this festival to see what happens because some amazing music happens. Why? Cultural music from everywhere on the planet, whether it be the Pacific area, Pacifica, Micronesia, Polynesian islands, Asia, Africa, Europe, okay, indigenous North America, Latin America, and South America. There are so many different styles of drumming and rhythms. One of the most complex and most passionate to me that really can connect with metal music is African rhythms. We just don't see it as much because there's just not a lot of African metal bands that are out there. Luckily for us, with YouTube, the playing field is completely level now. We get to see bands from New Zealand and the Polynesian Islands, Pacific Rim. We get to see Asian, Indian. Hello, Bloodywood. Bloodywood with that doll drum is the #1 blowing up album of the year. Take has it as #1 so far on his list for this year. It was already #1 for me when I heard the first dang song. The new Bloodywood album is insanely great. And a lot of that has to do with the traditional Indian influences in their music. Anchored by that doll drum, right? Same thing here. So let's check out this small band from Togo with their entry into the 2021 festival. Now, because it was COVID, the festival was done remotely, which is why they're in this box with what looks to be felt paper nailed to the inside of a box. That's probably the soundproofing they got. So as we're going to listen to a lot of it, and then I want to talk about some of the instruments. I saw about the first minute and a half, 2 minutes of this on Saturday, and I had to stop the reaction in the middle of the stream and say, guys, I have to stop this. And immediately everyone in the chat room was like, we know why he's stopping it. Because it's connecting with him. He wants to do a full reaction. And I do. So let's enjoy these guys. Let them do their intro. Let them play a little bit. And then I'll stop and tell you what I think. Okay? Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, dude.
We hope you are fine.
I'm good. Thanks.
This is ARKA'N ASRAFOKOR from Togo, West Africa.
Nice.
And we are extremely honored to take part in this 12th anniversary of Overthrust Winter Metal Mania Fest.
And I'm honored to react to you.
And we thank Overthrust for this invitation.
You know that Bob Marley dreadlock's going to get in the way of his strings. It's already hanging in him, right?
We dedicate this first song to our brothers from Overthrust.
There you go.
It's an anthem to our elders, our ancestors, who are the guardians of tradition.
There you go. It's true.
Knowledge and wisdom we need to heal this nowadays world. Mamari.
There you go. Flip it out. I hear an go-go, chord shaker. African conga. He's the African Dave Matthews. Sorry. If he starts singing about ants marching, I quit. All right, check this out. I don't mean to stop it, but damn it, I'm going to back it up so we can listen to this again. These are called a go-go bells, okay? They're a wrought iron bell that is welded together, and they put them a smaller bell and then a lower bell below. This guy has it welded to this makeshift stand, a double set, and he's got some tape wrapped around it. He's working with what he got, people. He's working with what he got. The little rod, the little stick in his lap right here, that's what he's going to use to play these agogos. Okay, very unique sound. Similar to a cowbell. You know, this right here is Will Ferrell approved. Just letting you know. But back it up because I'm talking so much, I'm ruining the music. Let's enjoy this. I'll talk after. Fair? Fair. Just in case you were wondering, this is the part in the video. Yeah, that's when you do that. Right here. When they kick in that, you immediately...
And put a like.
Yeah, in the video. Oh, and the link to this one will be in the description. Make sure you share it with everybody because this thing is nuts. Let's keep going. Okay. I am freaked out. Number one, there's so many things I want to tell you guys. You know how hard it was for me to not stop it again? So difficult. Okay, let's start from the left and go to the right on this screen because there's so much to talk about. I'll start fluttering everywhere because you know me. Once I get this thing going, it doesn't really stop. All right, so number one, the bass player, love his style, but every time I look at him in the face, I keep thinking that he's going to want to tell me about Allstate's safe driver discount. Or tell Kiefer Sutherland that he has 24 hours to defuse the terrorist bomb. Yes, he does look like that actor. Okay, let's talk about the Bob Marley West African Eddie Van Halen over here singing. And the Dave Matthews cover band lead singer of this band. Very talented individual. The harsh vocal, his resonance in his standard melodic tone it's soft, it's passionate, but it's deep and volumeful. You just want to listen to every word he has to say. I do love that you do realize that he's the only melodic instrument that you hear, but yet he pulls that through and sings a song. His chord work is excellent. His mid-riff tags are awesome. Love his groove style. The rhythm section is awesome. Now, we're going to start talking about the drums now, and I want to... Okay, so first off, the kit drummer. Okay, how many of you want to right now take this video, send it to a vendor somewhere, I don't care where, find a vendor, send them this video and go, dude, this band is so good, send them a set of cymbals. Because his 16-inch crash is half of a six. It's technically, I think it's like a 10-inch crash if you measure it from the broken part to the other end. Okay, get this kid a full set of cymbals, maybe with a couple zill bells, right? An inverted one, maybe a double layer. Could you imagine the sounds this kid would create if you gave him a full set of cymbals? Full set, he would go nuts. I think that needs to happen. Come on, every member of this band, including the guy that is standing there playing the gourd shaker, and that's all he's doing, deserves the best of what's coming up. This is how you know the musicianship is amazing. Literally every mic they're using are not the mics you use for those things, and they're all taped to the mic stands. This band is doing amazing music that makes you go, wow. And they're doing it in what appears to be somebody's room in someone's house with felt paper nailed to the wall with only what they got. That is African music. Making amazing, passionate sounds with what you got. But I do want to get over to the gentleman on the far right screen here. He's got these spotlights on him. He's probably not comfortable with that in his face, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. He's got double agogos, which he is playing with the stick. When he switches over to the metal tones, he takes both sticks out of his lap. He will hit syncopated notes and off hits in accordance with the kit drummer to give that full African rhythm style. Very rarely in African music, African drumming, particularly West African, is there one drummer. Normally, drumming and rhythms are layered, multiple voices singing. I've been to a Maasai church where their entire music service was one guy on a drum, and the rest of the rhythms were coming from the stomping, clapping of the entire choir in concert with him. Rarely in African rhythms is it just one guy doing a simple rhythm. Normally there's always someone doing an accent or a tag along with it. when this guy playing the African congas. Now, the reason why I'm saying congas, I know that congas are a Latin American, South American instrument. Okay. So technically, they are not congas. However, in layman's terms, most people refer to them as African congas because of their shape. And this is the most importantly, in almost every village, there's one of these. It's a large bell drum in that teardrop shape, usually out of a hollowed out rosewood or a large tree, or in some cases, if it's big enough, it's made out of clay that is kilned and hardened. And these sticks are anchored into it, and then they take the antelope skin or whatever animal's being stretched over, they wet the skin to make it very malleable, they stretch it over, and they lace it in. Now, as these laces are twisted, okay, it tightens the skin while it's still wet. Once it dries, the skin shrinks and makes it extremely tight. Okay? Now, that is the most basic drum you're ever going to find. But in a lot of villages, there is a village drum. When they have gatherings, that's the drum that's played. Now, the reason why I refer to it as an African conga is there are many, many, many languages, dialects, tribes, histories, and cultures throughout the continent of Africa. In North Africa, you have Morocco, Egypt, Algeria, Libya, Tunisia, all of the northern Saharan tribes, okay? And that's a completely different culture because of its Mediterranean influence and, of course, Arab and Muslim influences in the last 1,000 years that change its culture and music. You go into Central Africa, Chad, and into the West African portions of Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, you start seeing this more like this. In the eastern side where Kenya is, it's a completely, you have talking drums and doumbeks, and you have a little bit more of that Middle Eastern feel into there near Ethiopia and stuff, okay? And then South Africa has this completely different thing south of the Congo. So as you start seeing these different things, one thing still remains the same. Almost all of those different cultures have this form of drum right here. Well, if it's this form of drum, I'm referring to that one, okay? If you have this form of drum, different languages, different traditions, different cultures, different dialects have a different name for them. So if I say one of those names, let's say I say the Maasai name for it, that may not be the same in Swahili. Certainly wouldn't be the same in Kenya, or South Africa. So I'm just going to call it an African conga because it is so indicative of the continent itself. It is literally everywhere, okay? He's playing it similar to the way a Latin conga is played, but using African rhythms. It's usually tags and fills. He's probably, if I could meet any of these members of this band, he's probably the one I'd want to jam out with. Because as he's playing the intro, all I want to do is pick up this djembe right here and just play along with him. Again, this band is outstanding. Okay, and they have some more music in this video. It's 14 minutes long. I just played the first song. They play 3 songs. You definitely want to check it out. So check out the link in the description below. They deserve a follow. They deserve a connection. This is one of the favorite things about being on YouTube for me. Do I love checking out Five Finger Death Punch? Yep. Do I love Sabaton? Oh yeah. Unleash the Archers? Mm-hmm. Battle Beast? Oh yeah. Ginger? Oh my God. Because of this channel, I found Ginger and fell in love with them, and they're still to this day. I think my favorite bands that I found so far is like Ginger, right, and then Bloodywood is like right behind them, and then they have all these bands that I've discovered in this last year and a half, and it's because of all of you saying check these bands out. This is one of my favorite small bands, and finding and discovering these bands that I never knew existed. Shepherd's Reign in Samoa. And, right? Headwreck in Australia, Bloodywood in India, Wintersea in Oregon. There are all these little bands that I find that I never would have found without this channel that are staples, literal staples of my music day to day now. Most of them are because of your requests. So technically, my love of music in the last year and a half has come from all of you, and I thank you. Because of all the requests you've given me, I'm giving them back. Check out this band. Listen to some of their music. It will change you. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, so damn good. Okay. ARKA'N, ASRAFOKOR from Togo, West Africa. This is their tribute to Overthrust. My name is OldSkuleNerd. Please check out the link in the description below. And to all of you, muchas fucking gracias. Dude, why is your... Come here. Come here. No, come here. No. Muchas fucking gracias. Your head was blocked. Mr. Duplantier. Mr. Duplantier, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have your head behind there. It happens sometimes. I do this stuff live. Speaking of live, listen to this stuff. The music of life. It's so good. I want the world to hear this music. This is like Shepherd's Rain and Bloodywood and this band from Africa. And this is the music of culture. It's my favorite thing.